This is part 2 of our classical piece called Romance, and we now go into the key of E major for the second part. I'll take you through it in sections as I did in part 1. Starting off with our first finger on G sharp, which is first fret of the G string, and G sharp again with our fourth finger on the fourth fret of the E string. And we're playing an E bass. So I'm playing my G sharp, second finger onto the F sharp, and then the open E. Taking a look at the right hand, it's exactly the same format as we did in part 1. We're playing the bass note with our thumb. We're playing with our third finger upstroke, second finger, first finger. So we're going E, B, G. E bass with the thumb, E, B, G strings. We're now moving into a B7 sus4 chord. So what I do is I bar the second fret. My third finger goes down here onto an F sharp, which is on the D string, fourth fret. My little finger onto an E, which is on the fifth fret of the B string, and right hand picking, I'm going from the B string up. So I come through there, I'm playing the B7 sus4 to my B7, take that fourth finger off and just play the C sharp note that I'm barring here with my first finger. So starting in my first position, going into my second position. I now move all the way up to the 7th fret and bar the 7th. I get my second finger on the G string on the 8th fret and my fourth finger all the way up on the 9th fret of the E string. I'm still playing the E string as my bass, or in fact it's a B note, and right hand remains the same. Notice on that note I'm stretching all the way up to the E flat or the 11th fret of the E string, and then back to my 9th fret of the E string or my C sharp note. Okay, the next position, I've got my first finger still on the 7th fret but only playing the one note, the B note, on the E string. And I've got my second finger on the G string, 9th fret, putting my third finger on the B string, 9th fret, and although I've got this first finger sitting on the E, I start with my fourth finger here, playing a C sharp note sitting on the E string. I'm still playing an E bass with my thumb on my right hand. Once again, stretching up to that E flat. Let's take a look at the right and left hand together on this move. Now for our fifth shape, we half bar the 9th fret, and we've got our little finger down here on the E string on the 12th fret. Once again, we're hitting the E bass with our thumb on our right hand. A bit of a chromatic move there, going from 12 to 11 to 10. This is probably the most difficult shift in the piece. We're going to come from this position and we're going to move down to the 5th fret. I've got a C sharp here with my 2nd finger. That's on the G string on the 6th fret, and I've got a C sharp up the top here with my 4th finger all the way up onto the 9th fret. I'm still playing the E string with my thumb, but I'm now getting an A note on the E string. So that means my 3rd finger comes down here on the B note after I played the C sharp. Which brings us to position number 7. I'm basically barring the 2nd fret, getting the B note, which is on the A string with my 1st finger, and barring it straight down. 2nd finger is playing a B note on the G string, 3rd finger is playing a D sharp, and 4th finger is playing a G sharp. So all of those 3 fingers, my 2nd, 3rd and 4th, are in the 4th fret, and I'm playing the B note with my thumb, which is the A string, on my right hand. I'm getting my A note, then my F sharp, which is my 1st finger, right across that 2nd fret there, which would be the F sharp note. Which brings us to our final position, which is our E chord. Start by picking my D string to my A string to a G sharp with my 4th finger, and then finally I'm playing the E string, the G, the B and the high E. Giving you a close up with my right hand on that E chord. So position 1. Position 2. Position 3, up on the 7th fret, barring the 7th. Position 4. Position 5, 4th finger on the 12th fret, half barring the 9th. Moving into the 6th position, I'm barring the 5th fret,
7th position, moving down to my 2nd fret, barring the 2nd fret, playing my bass note
a B bass note on the A string, and the final position, my E chord, grabbing my G sharp with my little finger on the E string. And that completes the second part of the lovely classical piece called Romance. Some of the position changes are a little tricky. You need to just practice, concentrate on the actual changes and make sure they're nice and even. Have a lot of fun with the piece. It's a great piece of music, it's great fun to play, it's great to listen to. Till next time, I'll talk to you then.